Hi sweet friends, and welcome to this video. It's kind of a bonus video, let's call it that, in between two videos where I'm setting up my brand new Stalogy. And in the first video I did a end paper using washi tape, and let me tell you how much I love how it turned out. It's so pretty. I used all my favorite ones and I wanted to show you how to do this in a simple way. I mean, it's not my invention at all. I just wanted to play with my washi tapes, and I learned this from Sarah Jane. I think she learned it from someone else. Her YouTube channel is called Messy and Beautiful, and I will link it below so you can go watch some of her Stalogy B6 videos, which I've been enjoying. But the Stalogy comes with grey end papers, and a lot of people doesn't like them. I think they look quite stylish, but I wanted to play with this idea. So instead of adding the tape directly into the book, which would mean that some of the transparent tapes show the grey through, you take a sticker paper that is white, measure it out so that it is as close as the notebook as possible, and then you start laying out your tapes in any fashion you'd like. So I'm just copying this idea of doing it on the from one corner to the other, straight over, and using all my favorite tapes, like I said. So that's what this video is. We're just gonna be looking at pretty tapes, and the obsession is continuing. I don't know how many years since I bought my first washi tape and got some deco tape, which is what I call the plastic patent tape, but I'm still just as much in love with some of the ones that I got then, and all the new ones I've bought since, of course. I try to use what I have, so I will finish a couple of rolls really soon, and I think that will allow me to get some more. And I also have bought some of a secondhand site, so those are used tapes that someone has taken some bits of, but I don't mind that. I don't really want more full rolls. I really want smaller bits of tape so that I can play with them. So let's see, what do we have in this box? Yeah, some of those rolls of encouragement stickers and some strawberry bits. I'm thinking of doing a strawberry journal, but I haven't decided yet. But I bought those strawberries, so nope, I couldn't find any tapes, washi tapes in this box. And through excessive YouTube watching, I've learned that this kind of tape that is not sticking but has a backing is called pet tapes, and I guess that stands for that kind of plastic that it is. But as I tried it, it felt like it was too stark white against the patterns of the other tapes, so I'm gonna save it to use in while I journal and decorate the pages, instead of here, where I wanted it to be as colorful and pink as possible. So I'm using all my pink tapes, and I have quite a few, and they're all so pretty. And I'm not a fan of those pet tapes anyway. They're really difficult to use, or rather difficult to peel. It's really difficult to get the two plastic pieces separated to get to use them, and I feel like I want to get my tapes out and just use them. And stickers kind of is easier because you can bend them a bit, and the plastic tape just is not as pliable. Anyway, I have a few of those, and you can use them as stickers, which I do in my planner, and I have been using them as tiny cute little decorations on my monthly spreads. So that's fun because those squares are so small, and uh, that kind of decoration is perfect for those squares. So I've sped this up about 4 times to show you how I'm just continuing on using all of my tapes, my favorite ones. I have other colors, I promise, but I wanted this to be just cohesive and nice looking. So I have some unicorns with rainbows and like 2 or 3 different kind of Hello Kitty tapes, and that's all I have. I really want more, and I might just go ahead and order some more when a few rolls run out. This is really low, the yellow and pink one there you saw. So that will run out in just a little bit. And I also thought I could use this yellow one because it's really a summer feeling with flowers and butterflies, and the words happiness is near. And then you just continue. You can let the tapes run over the edge so that you can go in and cut them later on. The first one I did cut to the edge, but that was just it didn't feel necessary, so I'm just sticking it all down to the tape, to my desk. To my desk. This heart tape is super cute, but it's definitely old, and it did not want to loosen its grip, and it just kept tearing. So glad it is also running out really soon. Oh, this one is blue and red and yellow and green colors. Love that tape. It looks like a field of flowers. Pink tulips. The heart tape again, since it's already out. And we're at the very last bit at the corner. And I'm using my strawberry tape. And I've covered all of the white except for the last corner at the bottom. So there you go. All of it is covered, and it's now stuck down to the table, so we need to fiddle a bit to bring it up and just give it a haircut to make it into a I don't know, rectangle or square again, so we can actually use it, because I usually just bend my tapes over to the back side, but that's not a good idea when it's on a big sheet of stickers like this sticker paper, so because then you can't take the backing off. So turning it over, and we're going to be trimming it. And if you want to do this, it's super easy and fun. You can really play with this idea and use your tapes to make patterns and big sheets of patterned paper. And I couldn't help myself. I just can't waste these pretty tapes. So I took out my art journal to just add in the extra little bits, and starting another page in my altered art journal, which I totally recommend you to do. Have a page that is for sticking down extra bits and trash. Like I've started using the back of my art journal for adding in the sticker paper that is left when all the stickers on a sheet has been used. And it's so fun. I mean, what is an art journal? It's just a place to play, just like a bullet journal or a junk journal or your actual planner where you're doing lots of planning. To me, it doesn't matter if it's decorated, and I definitely have never signed up to differentiate between decorating something and it being useful. I find that the more decorated it is, the more useful it is to me, because I like looking at it, I love working in it, and I want to get back to it if it's pretty. Anyway, so what we've essentially done now is creating a big sticker sheet that is really pretty, that is styled in the way that you like with all of your favorite washi tapes. I had a little bit of trouble making sure everything was sticking down, but I'm not worried because it will be inside a book that will be closed, and you can put pressure on it and it will stay down, no problem. If it's not a tape that has lost all its stickiness, then you can use a glue stick, of course, to fix that before you add it in, or later when it starts coming apart. But anyway, I love this so much. Look at all of this prettiness. But now, how can we get it into the book without making air bubbles and making it wrinkle or destroying my new book that I haven't added anything to yet, that I paid good money for and ordered from another country to get to me here in Sweden? So let me try. My inspiration that I saw did this, used a knife and kind of cut the back, like a slit in the back side of the sticker so that we can open it. Just like big stickers sometimes have several pieces on the back so that it's easy to open them. This took a bit of fiddling around with, but I got there in the end, and it did not cut through the sticker or the washi tape, so that was good. Just be really careful and have a light hand, and you can do it. So I open it up in the middle and I fold the backing back so that I have a sticker open at the middle. And why I do this is because, of course, if you are a bit crooked in the right corner, it's going to be a lot crooked at the left corner. So it's better to start in the middle and try to be as precise as possible. If you use a ruler, you can really press it into the crevice. And the most important thing here, I think, is making sure that the sticker paper is aligned to the top and bottom of your notebook. And if it is, like magic, you slide the roller along to make sure there's no air bubbles under the paper. And it should fit if you measured it right and you're doing your uttermost best to make sure that you are applying some pressure. Mine's a little bit bigger, and that's okay. You can always trim it down, but if it's too small, you're gonna be really disappointed with how it looks. So that's why mine is like a few millimeters bigger than the actual notebook. And I was afraid all of this time that it wouldn't work and that I would have to throw out my footage because I couldn't show it to anyone. But actually, it looks fantastic. Like it's never looked great, and a day in its life, like it was born to be an iHanna diary journal. This Stalogy, that is the size of a B6, in case I didn't say that, is starting out gloriously, and I feel when I finish this project like a master crafter. So I wanted to share this little tutorial with you guys and let you know how to try it out in case you're just wanting to try something like it. I'm sure there are lots of other ways this could be done, and you can absolutely add the tape in, or like a just a regular scrapbook paper that you glue in if you feel like that. But we all have, or most of us I think, have a lot of washi tapes and we need to use it, and I thought this was a brilliant idea. So not my idea, and like I said already, but super fun one that I recommend you to try out. And if you want to see my Stalogy setup, where I make use of even more washi tape, stickers, and fun ideas to set up a planner or bullet journal, I suggest you press subscribe, and after you give this video a thumbs up, and maybe even leaving me a comment about anything or a question. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you for letting me share this fun first page in my journal with you. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now!